What's up, guys? Sean here from Breakthrough Bootcamp, and today we have another body weight workout. No dumbbells needed. All you need is your own body weight. We have a 9-station circuit, 1 minute on the clock, 25-second break. We're only going to go through 2 rounds. So it's going to be about a 23, 24-minute workout, and the sets are going to be much longer than usual. So we'll start with the warm-up, and then we'll get right into it. So looking first with a nice leg jog on the spot. So a little bit of everything today. We do got some upper body, we got some legs, got some core, some cardio. Okay, let's bring those knees up a little higher, a little faster. All right, next we're going to do arm circles, warming up those shoulders. Should we switch up the directions too? So not just doing the same side. Some bigger circles, smaller circles. Get those shoulders warmed up. Okay, next we're going to go hands together, rotate side to side. Try to keep those feet anchored to the ground here. All right, next we're going to get into a wide stance, side lunges, reach it up. Today, really testing your endurance, your muscular endurance especially. Just do those longer sets. So less explosive stuff, more slower developing type of exercises that you should be able to sustain a little bit longer. All right, next we're going to transition to a row and reverse fly. Row, down, and reverse fly. Make sure you keep your shoulders down and back here. Push your hips back as far as you can behind you. Puffing up that chest, making sure that your back is nice and straight. All right, next let's do some body weight squats. Either go shoulder width, toes can be angled out slightly, back should be straight the whole time, so make sure you're using your legs, not just allowing your body to fall forward. So you should be feeling this one in the quads, front part of the thigh. Next, we're going to do a hip swing, so feet go hip width together, or hip apart, push your hips back, and drive them forward. So warm-ups are always best done dynamically, like this, as opposed to not doing static stretching. And we're going to try to target as many muscles as you can. So we're doing different movements, getting the legs, arms, the shoulders, core, everything warmed up before we get started. And let's finish with some jumping jacks. All right, good to go. So all we have for today is 9 exercises. We're going to go through 2 rounds, like I said earlier, 1 minute on the clock, 25-second break, and there's going to be no additional break after the first round, so it's just 25 seconds after each set. We're going to start with the leg extension, so isolation movement here, really good for your quads. So you get into a push-up position, knees are going to be bent, you're going to push your hips back, try to bring the hips back down to your heels. And then as you come up, squeeze those quads. I really like to do this one for high reps because sometimes it takes a while for those quads to actually feel it. So when you get a long 1 minute set like this, I find it's a lot more beneficial than a 20 or 30-second set. So leg extensions first. Next, we're going to do a sit up to a bicycle oblique crunch. So you're going to go up, sit up, then twist. Sit up, twist. So not just a regular sit up, but also that rotation. Try to get that elbow outside of your knee if you want to make it even tougher. As you come up, lift your feet up, and then twist. Down, feet up, and then twist. Totally up to you. Next one is going to be a yoga push-up. So this one is good for not just like a regular push-up, but also working these smaller muscles called your serratus anterior. So what I want you to do here, if you can't do the push-up on your toes, you can do them on your knees. Otherwise, you're just going to do your push-up, and then as you come up, I want you to push your hips up. Might not be flexible, kind of like my same situation here. So my downward dog is not a perfect example of how that should look. But you want to push your hips up. And the key for this one is pushing your shoulder blade down as you lift your hips up. And you should feel a really good stretch here in that serratus. So the important part here is you're going to go from a full push-up to reaching. And really trying to bring your shoulder blades up and down. So when I say up towards your shoulders a little bit, then down towards the ground. So rather than being in that retracted position, protracting it as we stretch down. So that's the yoga push-up. Next is going to be a pop squat. So pop squat, a little bit more dynamic here. You're going to do a jump squat, put in. So this one's going to be a tough one just because it's for a full minute. So if you do need to take a break here or transition to a regular bodyweight squat, at any point feel free to modify. So pop squats for that one. The next one's going to be a combination. So you're going to do 20 mountain climbers into 3 prone press. So 20 mountain climbers, you're going to count it out. Then lay down, elbows up, hands up. 1, 2, 3 prone press. And keep alternating between those two. So 20 climbers, 3 prone press, keep going through for a full minute. Next, we're going to do a reverse crunch variation. So what you're going to do for this one is you're going to lay down on your back. Start with your knees bent and your heels on the ground. You're going to lift the knees up, pull back slightly off the ground, come down slow, and touch the ground. So up, just a little bit, down slow. If you want to make it harder, slow hands off the ground here. Want the lower back coming off the ground. You can elevate it a little bit more if you like, but make sure you do lift those hips up just enough to really get your core to crunch. You're going to keep your knees bent the whole time. So sometimes we do reverse crunch or an extended leg and kick up. This time I want it more concentrated on slowing it down, keeping the knees bent, and just gently lifting the hips up. So that's the reverse crunch. Next, we're going to do a lunge complex. So we're going to go from a forward lunge to a reverse lunge to a curtsy lunge. Same leg stays planted on the ground. So you're going to go forward, reverse, curtsy. Forward, same leg. Reverse, curtsy. And then the second time through, we'll switch sides. The good thing with this complex is if there's one of those lunge variations that you don't like, just take that one away. Just do the forward, reverse if you don't like the curtsy. Just do the reverse and the curtsy if you don't like the forward. So you can modify as needed. So just one leg for the first round, and then the second time through, you'll switch. Next, we're going to do 10 jumping jacks into a burpees. 10 jacks, 1 burpee combination. So 10 jacks, drop down. Makes it much easier than just doing burpees for the entire minute. So you guys can thank me later for that one. 10 jacks, 1 burpee. And then the last one, we're going to do some agility work here. We're going to do a shuffle to a 1-2. So 1-2 is just punching combination. So you're going to get to your boxing stance. If you're right-handed, right leg is back. If you're left-handed, left leg is back. All you're going to do is you're going to shuffle. The more space you have, the better. So shuffle forward, stop, 1-2. Pivot, shuffle, 1-2. Pivot. The more you can keep moving, the better. The faster you can throw those punches, the better. So that one's just about the agility and coordination, but really good for getting your heart rate up as well. So those are the 9 exercises. We're going to go through 2 rounds, 1 minute on the clock, 25-second break between. So like I said, this one's all about muscle endurance. All right, I'm going to set up the timer here, and we're going to begin with the leg extensions. So leg extensions, I want you to really focus on Bringing the knees as bent as you can, hips back, and then squeezing your quads at the top. All right. 10-second warning. Start with those leg extensions. So get into your push-up position. Start at 3, 2, 1, and go. So you're gonna go hips back, knees bent. Knees should be really low to the ground and then fully extend. Like I said earlier, this is one of those exercises that gets better as the time progresses. So this way, when you have the full minute, you don't have to force yourself to try to get as many reps as you can in a short period of time. You can take the time with it, really focus on getting those quads activated. So by the end of this set, you should really feel it in your quads. Halfway there, 30 seconds. This is one of those exercises that is a fantastic lower body movement if you don't have heavy weights to do your squats or your lunges. Got 20 seconds to go. Sorry, we'll take a 20-second break, not a 25-second. Tricked you a little bit there. 10 more seconds. You should be feeling it by now. Then after this, we're going to do the sit-up with the crutch. 3, 2, 1. All right, so next we're going to do this sit-up, and then remember, as you come up, you're just going to rotate and crunch in. So elbow goes to opposite knee. Kind of like a variation between a sit-up and a bicycle crunch. So we'll do that in 10 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1. Get into your sit-up and then crunch. So what we're doing here is we're just adding a little bit more oblique work. Should feel a nice little stretch in your mid-back as you rotate as well. Unless you're lifting your feet up to make it tougher for the crunch, try to keep your feet in the static, same position the entire time. After this, we have those yoga push-ups. Halfway there, 30 seconds. So this one here, you feel mostly in your core. Want to make it easier, use more momentum from arms. Want to make it harder, keep your hands touching your ears or your temples the whole time, preventing that rotational momentum. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yoga push-ups are next. In some ways, this is going to be easier than a regular push-up because you don't have that constant tension, but obviously you do have to worry about that second aspect of pushing your hips up, driving your hands into the ground here. So you should be able to sustain it longer than a regular push-up. All right, 3, 2, 1. First thing you're going to do is just get into a regular push-up and then push your hips back, fully extend those arms, and you should feel it in that area that I was telling you about, the serratus anterior. Those are the muscles that looks like an attachment of your ribs, or like little fingers on the outside of your ribs. And these muscles help keep your shoulder blade in position that they're able to move freely and effectively. They prevent the shoulder blade from kind of tilting forward. Halfway there, 30 seconds. Now that you get a nice stretch here too. And after this, we're going to go into the pop squat. So pop squat's probably going to be the toughest exercise of the circuit, just because it's very fast, a lot of time under tension on the quads. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get ready for those pop squats. So remember the pop squats, the jump squat variation. Bring your hand between your knees and switch your hands each time if you can. Regular jump squats are fine too. All right, let's get ready. In 3, 2, 1, pop squats, let's go. So 1 minute. Bring the feet together, bring the feet out. Land into the squat as the feet go out. You don't have to go all the way down with your hands here. So don't force yourself to touch the ground. Otherwise, you're going to end up using more of your lower back, where you obviously want to be using your legs here. We're almost at that halfway point. And after this, we're going to do the 20 mountain climbers to 3 prone press. Got 20 seconds to go. Just be thankful we only have 2 rounds of this, not 3 or 4. Hopefully you're still going strong. 10 to go. 3, 2, 1. Catch your breath a little bit. So 20 mountain climbers, 3 prone press. A little bit of cardio here. You're definitely going to feel the shoulders and upper back a little bit as well. So 20 climbers, 3 prone press. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. Make sure you count out your reps here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 20. Then once you hit 20, lay down on your stomach, elbows up, hands up, squeeze the shoulder blades. You can lift your chest up a little bit as you come back. Make sure with the prone press, you keep your feet on the ground. So you don't want to lift the feet up. Once you've done that, you bring back into your mountain climbs. Go right halfway there, 30 seconds. So combining 2 exercises makes it a little bit easier to kind of sustain it for a longer period of time. So you're not just working the same muscle group the entire time. And after this, we're going to do our reverse crunches. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the reverse crunches, you're going to be on your back, bent knees. Lift the hips up a little bit. Slowly bring them down. Get your heels to actually touch the ground. This variation isn't going to be super tough, which is why we have a full minute, so it's going to get tougher and tougher as you go. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. So bend those knees, lift up, slow on the way down, tap the ground. Most important thing for this one, as you bring your legs down towards the ground, make sure you don't have any space between your lower back and the ground. So your back is going to want to arch on you. What you're trying to do is you're trying to prevent that from happening. So you're actively pushing your lower back into the ground. That's going to engage all those strong core muscles. So if you're doing this correctly, you're going to feel it in your abs. If incorrectly, you're going to feel it in your back. If you're feeling it in your back, almost guaranteed that you have some sort of arch in your low back. So you tilt the hips, and make sure that low back stays flat. 10 seconds to go. Keep breathing, guys. Keep that core engaged. In 3, 2, 1. All right, next we have the lunge complex. So you're going to choose one side, one leg at a time. Step forward, step back, and then curtsy. And then just keep rotating between that one side, those 3 sets there. The next time through, we'll switch legs. So forward, reverse, curtsy lunge. Ready, and go. One foot is going to stay planted the whole time. Other leg is going to be moving. You'll notice forward lunge or quad dominant. Reverse, a little bit of a combination of everything. The curtsy lunge is going to be definitely more hip and glute dominant. Just keep going through that same side, alternating between those 3 exercises. And the leg that you're going to feel most is going to be the leg that's planted. So you're going to feel the hips load up halfway there. You're going to feel your quads as well. So the entire leg, both sides really, but more on the side that's actually planted on the ground. You got less than 20 seconds to go. And after this, we have our jumping jacks to burpee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. So we're going to do 10 jumping jacks, 1 burpee. 10 jumping jacks, 1 burpee. Keep alternating between those 2. Of course, if you want to make it tougher, you make the ratio different. So 8 and 3, or just go faster. All right, let's get ready. In 3, 2, 1, 10 jacks, and then you're going to do 1 burpee. So once you're on a 10, 1 burpee, back at it. Of course, if you want to make the burpee tougher, you can go chest to ground. And if you're not comfortable with the burpee, Try elevating your hands on a higher surface, shortening that range of motion, or you can just do the jumping jacks for the entire set. Halfway, 30 seconds. And then the next one will be the last one for round one, which is that shuffle to a 1-2 punch. 20 seconds to go. Last 10, guys, keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, take 20 seconds. Last one for round one. Get into your boxing stance. Shuffle, 1, 2. Pivot, shuffle, 1, 2. You don't have to go super quick with the pivots. Take your time. Remember, the more space you have for this one, the better. All right, 3, 2, 1. Stance, shuffle in that stance. 1, 2. Switch sides. 1, 2. Really working on your footwork here. You feel this one in your calves, shoulders, but also going to get that heart rate up. So the 1, 2 is just easy, straight punches. If you're comfortable boxing, you want to pivot that back foot, rotate your hips, get more speed, and more power. Halfway there, 30 seconds. Once we're done this, we're going to go back to station 1, round 2, for the leg extensions. Got 20 seconds to go. So you start to feel those calves start to burn now. Those of you who've done boxing before realize how tough it can be on your calves. Makes it better if you're a runner as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get ready for round 2. We're going to go back to the leg extension. So we're doing the exact same thing one more time through. So the second time through, everything's going to be a little more difficult, as you can imagine. All right, let's get ready. In 3, 2, 1. So get into that push-up position. Bend your knees, hips back, fully extend. I can't tell you how big of a difference it makes when you fully extend and squeeze your quads as hard as you possibly can at the top when you're in that push-up position. Just having that mind-muscle connection makes a huge difference with these really controlled body weight movements. Sometimes when you have heavy weights, you'll get that lactic acid feeling anyway, you'll get that pump. Much tougher to do with body weight unless you're very aware what your body should be doing and which muscles should be working. This one is almost all in the quads. Big thigh muscles in the front of your legs. And then after this, we are going to do our sit-up to the crunch. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so next we have the sit-up, and then you're going to crunch in. On the drill. It's about 8 sets to go. All right, we'll start in 10 seconds. If you're not comfortable with the sit-ups, just do any crunch variation. Anything for your core here is fine. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. Sit up and crunch. The more you can crunch, better. Just don't force it. You're trying not to be explosive with the crunch. It's just more of a gradual rotation. All up. Bring it towards that opposite side. Like I mentioned during the first round, shouldn't have too much movement in your legs or your feet. We're halfway there, 30 seconds to go. Yoga push-ups coming up. 20 seconds. Or should be feeling it by now. 10 to go. 3, 2, 1. All right, so yoga push-up next. Remember, regular push-up, push those hips up, drive your hands into the ground. You want to emphasize that as much as possible. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So push up, hips back. My favorite exercise to accomplish the same thing here is the landmine press. So for those of you who have been with us in person, use the landmine. And when you do the landmine press correctly, you want to exaggerate that reach as you extend your arms as much as possible, pushing your hips forward, because that's what's going to get those serratus muscles working. And this push-up variation is great as well. Just requires a little bit more proprioception, so a little bit more spatial awareness with your own body. So it can be a bit tougher if you've never done it before, whereas the landmine is done for you. All you have to do is reach, and the bar path is already set. Keep it going, guys. After this, we're going to do our pop squats. We got 10 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so pop squats next. Time to turn it up a little bit here. See if you can sustain this for the entire minute. This is going to be the toughest set of the day, at least in my opinion. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Pop squats. Feet together, feet out, one arm extended, chest up, back straight. You can always adjust the intensity. The faster you go, the harder it's going to be. The higher you jump, harder it's going to be. Conversely, you can make it easier. Slow it down. Don't jump up quite as high. Take some breaks. Move on to some body weight squats. You don't feel like you have to keep up. Halfway there, guys. We got 30 seconds to go. After this, we have 20 mountain climbers, 3 prone press. 20 seconds to go. Keep it up. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, guys. So like I said, next we have 20 mountain climbers, 3 prone press. You have to count out your reps here. But as usual, you can always switch up the rep ranges. Want to do more of something, less of another. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 20 climbers. Make sure that front foot doesn't touch the ground when you're doing mountain climbers. Keep your hips level. Try not to bring the hips up too high, especially as you get tired. It's one of those things we see all the time. Prone press, lay down on your stomach, feet down, elbows and hands up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you bring those elbows back down towards your pockets. Repeat. Almost at that halfway point. 30 seconds to go. And then right back into the prone press again. And then after this, we have our reverse crunches. So the mountain climbers here are going to be faster, prone press much slower. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Good. So next you're on your back, you're going to bend those knees. Reverse crunches, taking your time on the way down. Remember to really emphasize that low back, being flat on the ground. Like I said with the sit-ups, rather modify to any other core exercise. Totally fine with me. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. So you're going to bend the knees, lift your low back off the ground just a little bit, and then 2 or 3 seconds minimum on the way down. So that's when you're really going to feel your core activate. If you're doing everything correctly and the low back stays flat, it's the way down. It's going to start to burn your ab muscles. And after this, have our lunge complex, the other leg. 30 seconds, guys, halfway there. Want to make it even tougher, you just extend your legs a little more on the way out. So as you bring your feet back down, make it tougher by bending your knees less. So by extending your legs a little bit more. Got 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so remember which side you did here for the lunge last time. Now you're going to do the opposite side. So forward lunge, reverse lunge, curtsy lunge. We got 3 sets to go, then we're done. Okay, let's get ready. Switch sides here. 3, 2, 1. So forward, reverse, and curtsy. So that curtsy lunge, like I said, it really loads up the hip. You're going to feel a really deep stretch in the hip if you're doing it correctly. Nice long stride with that one. Back is straight the whole time. Forward, reverse, and curtsy. Great complex here, especially for a full minute. Gives you enough to work all angles of the lunge. And by the time the minute's done, legs are really lit up. After this, we have our 10 jacks to a burpee. 20 seconds to go. Last 10, guys, keep it up. Flat burn, try to push straight through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so 10 jumping jacks into a burpee. You got 2 sets to go. We'll finish off with the shuffle to a 1-2. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. 10 jacks. Try to speed it up a little bit more this time. And then into your 1 burpee. Like I said, you want to make it tougher, you can double it up, triple it up with the burpee. This one's all about speed. No breaks here, keep moving. Want those jumping jacks going at a good pace. Halfway there, 30 seconds to go. $20 seconds. Last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, last set of the day here. Boxing stance, shuffle, 1, 2. Once you got that footwork down, see if you can speed it up. See if you can go a bit faster, a little more explosive with those punches. All right, last minute here. 3, 2, 1, and go. So shuffle, 1, 2, pivot. 2. Once you find that rhythm, try to keep it up. Anytime you're in a boxing stance, always stay in that stance. So you notice when I'm shuffling, my left leg is always in front of my right leg. They never cross. That's how you stay balanced, stay in that ready position. If you have more space, use up that space. Halfway there, got 30 seconds, last 30 seconds of the day. $20 seconds, guys. Keep going. Try not to take breaks now. Home stretch. Last 10. Speed it up now. Last couple reps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. That's it for today, guys. Great workout all around. Remember, this one will be uploaded to YouTube. So hope you have a great day, and see you all next time.